right, welcome back. It is to Mainland 98.3 FM. Thank you for standing by, amazing listener. My name still remains Mobola Sandra. I have Fuhad Saheed also here in the studio with me, and it's time for Mainland Focus. We have two focal points that we'll be looking at this morning. I'll rush through it very quickly so that we can, have as many contributions as possible, this morning. Today is Friday, so the next time there's also going to be any other sort of conversation is by 4 p.m. Opoemi in the Situation Room. It's open mic, so you can share, whatever thoughts you have. And also on Sunday, political roundtable will be holding. And one of the focal points this morning is all about politics. So I'm sure the conversation would be there, setting the agenda for Tuesday. What should we expect? What should we look forward to? And now the focal point this morning, we're taking it from the Guardian newspaper and Vanguard newspaper. Very quickly, I have here I'll start with Guardian, where we have in search of independence, 10th National Assembly for tough times. Tough times ahead. A lot. I like the headline. I like the headline. It says a whole lot as reason why this is a major story, why we should focus on it. And we've been having this conversation for quite a long while. I saw an article in recent times. The executive we have is Southwesterner who heads the executive. The judiciary is also a Southwesterner, and now if we're looking at where indications are pointing at for the leadership of the Senate, it's also someone from the South. Microzone down to Godswill Akpabio, former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, two-term governor of Akwa Ibom, has been anointed by the APC, and there's been a lot of controversy that's following that. All right, because there are some people, who believe that they also deserve to run for that particular position. You have, Oji Uzokalu, who is also not, a greenhorn in the Senate or in Nigerian politics. You have Izuna Saw of Imo State, who's also, saying that, well, I think I have what it takes to be, on the front line. So it's been quite an interesting one. You have Yari, you have Wase, you have Lawan, you have Umahi. Dave Umahi is also a contender. All right. So it's yes.
Yes, he stepped down. Yeah, I think the race for the Senate presidency is not limited to, I think, maybe three. And that was Akpabio, the former governors of Zamfara State, Yari, and then of course Oji Uzokalu. I think those are the three major contenders we have now. Others have stepped down, have pitched tents. I've pushed everybody. But what I'm trying to say is that I told you about placeholders. A lot of these people were highly placeholders.
Yes, in this particular report, I have one section there that says contenders and pretenders. Very interesting one if you read it. It says apart from Yari, who is slugging it out with Akpabio to occupy the office of Senate President, there's also former governor of Abia State, Senator Oji Uzokalu. Osita Izuna Saw as well. Although some political watchers believe that Kalu's name may not feature in the ballot papers.
It's not impossible,
as he was believed to be scheming to be deputy president.
Why not scheming that?
If Yari emerged as Senate President, reducing the contest to a 3-horse race, as it is now. Akpabio has critics who believe that he will not only be a yes man to the executive, he also has the odd record of disrespecting the National Assembly when he was a minister of the Niger Delta Affairs. He has pleaded with Nigerians, though. He has begged that he should not use his records in the Ministry of Niger Delta to judge him.
Yes, I always said that.
He has begged. So, but Nigerians are not going to be determining if he becomes Senate President or not. Unfortunately,
it will
be members of the House. So the lobbying is going on. A lot of lobbying, despite the fact that the APC micro-zoned. But people are still speaking with people. There are still talks underneath
because of the numbers.
Yes, as it is now. And we also understand that the opposition, has the numbers. They are larger than the the APC. The APC has 59 senators, PDP 36, Labour Party 8, SDP 2. Put all of that together, YPP, ABGA, NNPP, put all of that together. And then you also have where you have the larger number, the House of Representatives, where APC has 162, and you have the opposition. Putting to all of them together, they are almost 190 something. All right, so with this, all of this put together, people are having a conversation as regards to competence. Let's look past ethnicity, tribe, and all of that. Some people are saying, oh, there's a particular geopolitical zone, North Central, that has never, actually been to head the, has never actually been at the leadership of the National Assembly. And some people are also, there's also the conversation as regards, the influence that the president has over the choice of the APC in who becomes what in the National Assembly. There was a time that, the party chairman was saying, oh, we are waiting for the president to come, we're waiting for the president to come back, and all of that. And people are a little bit skeptical that why should the president be the one to determine who becomes a leader in the 10th National Assembly, especially when the 9th National Assembly has been tagged rubber stamp due to the fact that everything they were doing was just in alignment with the former president Buhari-led administration. Which is why we're asking this question now. As we search for an independent and vibrant 10th National Assembly, very important, we need checks and balances. There are tough times ahead, just as Miwa DMA has clearly pointed out in his report here in the Guardian newspaper. But how desirous are we for a truly independent National Assembly when we have anointed candidates of the executive? How well do we think, or do we have faith in the fact that they will be able to perform their oversight function in checks and balances as the legislature? Are we hopeful that the 10th National Assembly will be better than the 9th National Assembly? I can never ever forget the statement,
or the Senate President.
Or the Senate
Former
President.
Senate, or the outgoing Senate
Or
President.
the outgoing. Let's say outgoing. He said, we don't want to embarrass the president. And here we are in the United States of America. You have Kevin McCarthy and Joe Biden slugging it out as regards the debt ceiling of the United States. Oh, no, raise it. Oh, no, don't raise it. We can't afford to raise it. But we can't also afford not to raise it. It made it interesting to watch, even as outsiders. All right. But then we had, our own legislature saying, oh, we don't want to embarrass our president. Where then does their oversight function as the second arm of government comes into place? All right. So how can we guarantee a vibrant National Assembly? What should be the major focus of the 10th National Assembly? I think it's very important. During ballot 23 or during the elections, we here at Mainland 98.3 FM, we tried as much as possible to put focus on who becomes what in the legislature, because there's always a lot of focus on the executive, whereas at the end of the day, the executive says, okay, I want to do this, then the legislature decides whether or not it is in the interest of the people. All right, so that's why we're always having this conversation as regards who becomes what, and if we can or can we not have an independent National Assembly. I think that summarizes everything that we have put here. How desirous are we for a truly independent National Assembly? Are we hopeful that the 10th National Assembly will be better than the 9th National Assembly? How can we guarantee a vibrant National Assembly? And what should be the major focus of the 10th National Assembly? That's what we're going to be looking at as regards a search for independent 10th National Assembly as Nigeria looks to tough times. The second focal point is as regards oil revenue crash. How can Nigeria bring up its oil revenue? Oil revenue crash pushes federal government's deficit to over 513 billion naira in February. So how can Nigeria bring up its revenue profile? The GDP, the GDP debt ratio comes into play again. That's why we're always putting focus, the debt profile and all of that. So what exactly can be done as regards management of our revenue, if we make it at all? Yes, that's very important, because a lot of people are very invested in what Nigeria is going to save from not paying subsidy anymore. All right. So how can Nigeria bring up its revenue? Okay, we're no longer paying subsidy, but what other ways can we, by and not overburdening the people? Let's not talk about taxes now. All right, let's try to move away from that. And what major suggestions will you give to the new government on revenue generation and management? For just 2 minutes, and let's open up the phone line.
Well, for me, the 10th National Assembly, I'm not really bothered with the politics going on. The numbers are clear. The numbers are going to be a major deciding factor. But I also think that the politics of the 10th National Assembly would also be determined by who has the deepest pocket. A lot of monies will fly around. If you understand that part of our culture when it comes to politicking, I think that a lot of monies will fly around. So that's why you see that up till now, just a few days to when the House of Assembly, so the National Assembly will be inaugurated, you see our senators saying they are not yet decided on who to vote for. So that
they know who they will not vote for.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but that tells you a whole lot about the thinking pattern of some of these senators and House of Reps members. It's still about the bargain. It's still about who is able to lobby the more. There's nothing wrong in legislative lobby or lobbying politics. The way we lobby may just be different from how it's known to democracy all over the world. But again, I think ultimately my focus would be that, look, whoever emerges or whoever emerges as the Senate President, Deputy Senate President, Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and other principal positions will have a more robust and independent National Assembly. Like I said, it's very, very important. In fact, that's always a turning point for any country when you have a vibrant legislature who is able to come up with legislative frameworks to turn things around for the people. So I'm hopeful, but again, I have to keep my fingers crossed and see when they begin to perform their duties, what they're able to bring to the table. And as far as revenue is concerned, Sandra, I think we can't overstate it. We have a serious revenue issue. The oil sector that is supposed to be our major earner has a lot of crisis in it.
Has been our major
major headache. We just reported that NNPC had not remitted over 8 trillion naira in the last 1 year. So what does that tell you, Sandra? So the reality is that, look, we need to clean up the mess in the oil sector, because in the short term we can make a lot of money from that sector. We can't be as self-sufficient as countries like Saudi Arabia, for example, who is making a lot of money at this time, whatever happens, So crude oil theft is a major issue. We can quickly resolve that, put the right things there to ensure that at least we're able to meet our quota. We're able to account for crude exports and ensure that whatever monies we make, we account for it properly. Thank God subsidy is gone, since we have said it must all go, we have all agreed. But whatever we're able to save again, how do we manage it? How do we ensure probity, accountability? How do we ensure that whatever money we're able to also make from this agreement does not end in private pockets? And that's why we're saying that the best way to send signals to people that occupy position in different parts of government again will be for you to check the books of the immediate past government. When they see that, look, you are serious about punishing people for what they've done, and this will also take a cue and stay away from such acts. But again, it's too early to say anything. We'll see the direction of the government before we make further comments.
All right, thank you very much, Fuhad. And that's it. Let's open up the phone line. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. 0913-6000-410. We have for text messages and WhatsApp messages 0913-6000-430. 0913-6000-430. That's the number to call. That's the number to send your text messages and WhatsApp messages to. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your comments in the comment section as well. We take them live here on air as well. So at Mainland 98.3 FM, please do visit our Facebook page, YouTube live chat, and let's have a conversation as regards these two focal points: a vibrant, independent 10th National Assembly. How can we achieve that? And also, what is the way forward as regards our revenue, when we have oil revenue crashing our federal government's deficits to federal 513 billion naira just in February alone. So let's have a conversation. Don't forget 0913-6000-410. That's for phone calls. For text messages, WhatsApp messages 0913-6000-430. And live chats on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Moses from Isono. I wonder why we are so vain as a people. Our vanity is mind-boggling, squaring, and irritating. To start with, Why is so much noise about who occupies or becomes Senate president? And I'll tell you why. He's just a person that will become the fourth among equals, a near fourth among equals. I look back to about 100 days as president. He had 5 Senate presidents. What does that say about that office? There's nothing special about it. I don't think there's any constitutional special recognition for him to call Senate president. We know that there will be a head in the Senate, a head in the House of Reps. But we make too much noise. We want to elect a common order, but what I call the chief of staff. We overflow it in the press. We want to elect even governor forum, chairman of governor forum. I think they want more constitutional power to them. For me, anyone competent to occupy the office, and I don't understand what to do or behavior something rubber stamp. You don't work at first purposes. If what therapy did, legality was done to you, they hindered so many bills from being passed, all because they have a personal act to grind the president. But I'm sorry I can't help you. In the next the outgoing one, they pass many bills to law that have been serving Nigerians and out 7 Nigerians. Even the subsidy we have, they have been removed. There's someone that is so happy about. They passed on the CIG. So what are we talking about here? Yes, it's about something. We want to make things move. So be it. But things don't work across opposites. Because you run on the same manifesto. Yes, APC in the house, APC in Ato Rock, they are still the same APC. So I don't understand why we want to be sensational. We don't want them to be fighting. Like what I think is shameless the other time. I don't buy into that. For revenue, the simple answer is diversification, and it should not just be by mouth. Government should be active. I want to believe that this current government, actually government, will also be active enough as to what bold enough to remove subsidy forever. Let them diversify agriculture, mining. When we do all this, the price of oil will go down. And Nigeria will be an Eldorado. We are blessed to give with raw materials. But we can't afford to look at one resource alone, oil. That's why we're not really doing much as expected. So that's my case. We don't have to expect externalism. All people want to be getting that they are fighting the executive and the savings. And that's what we want to see as vibrant. We need that for vibrant. That's lunacy. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Moses. Fuhad,
I just want to tell him that it's nothing vain. I wanted to correct the statement he made about people being vain. Paying attention to who becomes what at the 10th National Assembly. If he was a vain,
why is it not important?
He may not know why it's important. I want to educate him.
Okay.
The fact is, if it's not so important, the president will not be disinvested in the politics of the house. The party will not be disinterested in who becomes the leader of the house. Even the people that are contesting will not be running around the country. They know why that position is important. And you must also know that that's the number 3 position in the country. And the legislative arm of government is also very important because the leadership do some legislative arrangements. And that's why the leadership of the house is very, very important. It is the reason why we're suffering. A lot of the reasons why we're suffering. Because they didn't do their roles properly.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Fuad. Let's move on to the next caller. I think I'm going to hold on to that particular...
that is vain to ask questions and who becomes what at the assembly.
Who becomes what?
That's interesting.
Oh, please don't do that to us. Come on.
Mr. John.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is exactly the problem we people are having in Nigeria. Are you with me?
Yeah, with
Yes,
you.
we're with you.
They don't seem to know how democracy works. They just believe that, okay, after election, let us sit down and be watching. What happens? What comes up next? Let us attend that. They don't know that the vibrancy of the National Assembly contributes quite a lot to good governance. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
They don't even know that a vibrant National Assembly that look at the rock in the NNPC side.
Just someone and the
look at the state of the economy. Look at the Mobola. See where we are.
If I were to be one of them and they have any problem with one such a person, I'm not having any problem. Nigeria that you will because we are so certain is taking, and like somebody said, he refused to obey the call of National Assembly when he was summoned. I'm not saying now Nigerians to forget about that. They should not judge you. I bet we judge you all round. Whatever you have done, we judge you on that. See, for me, I need a National Assembly that will be proactive, that will make things. When you see corruption coming, you make law that can checkmate that corruption. Not what we are having to today. Somebody will say, even if it's rubber stamp, no problem. There's a big problem to be rubber stamp. Don't you say with this? So let me ask you, executive, legislature, and judiciary, is anyone more superior to the other?
Not at all.
Not at all. Why do you want to be a rubber stamp to the executive? Are you afraid of the executive? I beg, let them page. And finally, on the oil revenue. It is only oil revenue that has dropped, but the stolen money in the hands of Nigerians have not dropped. If we cannot get money from oil again, let us retrieve all those money from those who have stolen them. We may make more money there than from oil. I beg, Sandra, have a nice weekend, please.
And you too. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. Appreciate. Hello, good morning. Hello? All right, 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. Don't forget that we're live on Facebook and YouTube. You can drop your comments in the live chat section as well, so we can take it on air. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Fuhad, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
God bless you both.
Amen.
I think Mr. Dennison has been able to show the line of my own thoughts. If those that are the causes of power don't have any clean hands when they are coming to power, do you think that we can be able to checkmate one another or curb insecurity, curb corruption for the betterment of you and I? Right from the head to the top, Nigeria has nothing, when you come to the executive, Nigeria has nothing to write home about. They are talking about the legislature, they are nothing to write home about. All these men that we are looking for now are into private pockets. The legislators, the executive, the judiciary, and we are talking about Nigeria is that. Just two people that are turned us into this anarchy and the hunger and the penury. And those people they are trying to come back again from far to continue to lead you and I. If at all Nigeria is working, who is our Fabio? Who is your audience of Kano? All of them that are going to come to lead us. Who are they? They have one issue or the other in their system. Let them continue to rule us.
Right.
One day, Monkey will go market, no go return. But for 5 years, all this of Kano is a no to me.
Right.
He said, let them give it to a neutral person. Fabio, off your mic. All this of Kano case. You see it linking with the EFCC, and they have the audacity, they have the faith to contest for seat.
It's all right.
It is a shame.
It's okay.
Nigeria has gone down.
It's okay. Thank you very much, sir. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mobola.
Good morning.
Fuhad, Saheed, good
Good
morning.
morning, Pastor Ambrose.
Yes, we thank God for another day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sometimes when I don't want to call, these things just, sometimes when I, talk, it relieves my mind, You see this National Assembly of the thing, if you ask me, they should allow them to choose their leaders. If we are sincere with governance in this country, why do you want people that will, go pro with you? If the choice is made and the National Assembly are not doing the right thing, Nigerians will cry out. For example, they wanted to print out 5,000. You remember, Nigerians cried against it. Did they pass the bill? There are so many things that they wanted. Even they wanted to, it's a long time they have been wanting to increase their allowances. Even though what they are collecting now is jumbo. Nigerians cried out. And at the end of the day, we see what happened. You see, in this country, some people will call and tell you that a rubber stamp so that the president can make his choice. I don't agree with that. You read what Peter said. The legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, they are supposed to be at par. But we saw what President Muhammadu Buhari did. He removed the Chief Justice all alone because the President of Nigeria is the most powerful president in the whole world. But he does not have the most powerful in terms of in executive powers, but when it comes to war power, it's nowhere. We need to move forward in this country, and until we become transparent in our choices, transparent in our decisions, transparent in governance. As we are talking now, there are many issues that Mr. President should face. The coup test in Niger Delta, what is he doing about it? The bandits, they are beginning to gather again. They have started kidnapping again. What is he doing about it? By now, I expect him to have sacked all the service chiefs and put his man Fridays there. I expect him to have sacked the GMP of NNPC and begin to probe him. By now, I expect NEPA. Do you know that this fuel subsidy purportedly was removed? You know we have not been having light, and I will buy fuel of 2 liters, 3 liters every day. It dey pay me. It dey pay me. It dey pay me.
Many Nigerians too.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM, and this is Mainland Focus. Time check is 9 minutes gone past 9, and we are having conversation as around an search of an independent 10th National Assembly, and also we're looking at the story here on the front page of Vanguard that says oil revenue crash pushes federal government's deficit to 513 billion naira in February. The Federation accounts revenue has dropped by 32%. Non-oil revenue has declined as well. So what are your thoughts as regards these focal points? Let's get them. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. For text message and WhatsApp is 0913-6000-430. You can drop your comments on our live chats on Facebook and YouTube as well. We're live. You can drop your comments in the live chat section, and we'll take that as well. Let's take some messages at this point. We'll be back to phone calls in a bit. Good morning. I'm Sam from Magodo. I wish the opposition will come together to take leadership of the National Assembly that will checkmate the executive, or else nothing will be happening in the National Assembly than the usual playing to the gallery of the president. The president is interested in the leadership of the National Assembly because he doesn't want people that will put him to check, which is not good for democracy. That is why people like Obasa, the Lagos speaker, will remain there and do nothing than pass bills that will make it's okay. All right, thank you very much, Sam from Magodo. We appreciate. All right, we also have here, this is Awolo Christopher from Shogunle. Oh wait, how are you doing? My main take is on the independence of the National Assembly. Their independence can never happen under this government. The will of the president must prevail, even in the choice of leadership of the Assembly. You will see it happen on Tuesday. Very soon, he will silence all opposition. As regards the oil sector, nothing good will come out of it because of corruption. The present government cannot fight corruption. Period. Okay. Thank you very much. I also have here President Tinubu meeting with National Assembly lawmakers-elect failed. I said it before now that what he ought to have done is to zone it to a region, not an individual. I don't know why he keeps on pushing what will bring divide in his government, and he has been around in politics to know all of this. Chika Bende from Trade Fair in Lagos. Hi, Milan FM. For transparency in the House selection, we should look away from favoritism, tribalism, square pegs and round holes in terms of portfolios. Let our country move away partially from oil and look into the following. 1. Tourism. Nigeria has a lot of tourist attractions that will bring tourists in return to build our GDP like other climes. Mineral resources, we have almost all the resources in the world. 3. Security. If there is security in the land, foreign investors will come. 4. Export. This ties down to manufacturing and production. If we can produce and export, we can even devalue our naira and make billions in return. FDI, foreign
direct investment.
Thank you. If we can bring in foreign direct investments through juicy policies, we'll see the rapid growth in GDP. 6. Agriculture. Awolowo built one of the best schools in Nigeria, OAU, with cocoa exports. Let me end here before Sandra will see my chat is long. Your chat is long. Sean from Festac. One day you'll be paid for your consultancy that you always give on air. But thank you very much, Sean from Festac. All right. I also have a message here on Facebook. It says, "Good morning. The issue of leadership in upper house shouldn't be the president's issue. The main should be how to make this country move forward. Let senators choose by themselves. This issue is the one affecting most of our states level. Many state governors hold their state funds in the pocket. Likewise, Oyo State. That's how Sheyi Makinde did to all 33 local governments in Oyo State."
You know, that issue of independence of the local government is still there. We are not even, it's not even on the front, but anyway, it's understandable. Subsidy is the major issue now.
That's unfortunate.
And that's one other issue that will come up eventually. Yeah.
Very, very unfortunate. Because, as it is happening up there, it's also happening at the state level, because you have some
state assemblies,
state houses of assembly that, they also cannot move if the governor says.
They are worse than rubber stamp.
They have been pasted.
Most of those state assemblies.
They have been pasted there. 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Let me re-echo Sandra's speech. Money bag, which is going to take effect on National Assembly. That is that. On the independency of a National Assembly, it cannot be possible. The National Assembly cannot, because each of them came from respective party, and they have to be loyal to that party. And loyalty to the condition of the party is very key, and that is exactly why the president must be interested, in the National Assembly to effect all his program, or else it's going to be messed up, And that is there's no two ways about it. The kind of democracy we have, where we are running, there must be a kind of conformity with the executive and the legislature or National Assembly, as it may be. So it's very, very important. National Assembly, leadership of National Assembly is very key. And more so, when you say, Akpabio, people say Akpabio, try his best, no matter whatever, the analogy, that the people are talking about here. He's part of the people that contribute to success of APC. He's part of them. And the APC cannot be looking at whoever does not make them success and then, do any other way around. So it's not possible. Like, we all know what happened in Saheed. I don't want to say maybe some people have been convicted, but by and large, contribution, whatever anybody saw, contribution is very key to the success of APC. On the issue of remuneration, revenue, yes. On the issue of revenue, you see, look, if assuming our refinery is working out, all this downfall of economic global call, Nigeria will not be affected. We are assuming our refinery, we will be having a kind of revenue generation, both internal and external. We'll not be bothered. But it's just unfortunate that this thing are not working. And I hope if our president Tinubu can, even if we borrow money to resuscitate our refinery, it will go well. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
And you too, Alhaji Super. Unfortunately, interestingly, NNPC GCO GMD has said that whether or not we have refineries, there will not be any difference. So I don't know, but we're all looking forward to it. 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
It's King, calling from Sunday Town.
Good morning, King.
Good morning, and
how are you doing?
Sandra, good morning. Yeah, what I've seen so far, I would say 2027 is already playing out. If APC succeeds in getting their men at the National Assembly and the House of Rep, then those who support that kind of approach will suffer if they didn't go in line with them before 2027. And every opposition members that fail to do what is right for Nigerians, certainly they are not coming back in 2027. It's already playing out. Nigerians has almost nothing to do in this situation. We are already in it. Saheed, you are a very wise person. What I say today, just mark it down. Good morning. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. We have marked it. And
I'm pinned
it's a pinned conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Yes.
It's okay.
Okay.
Prof.
Engineer Femi.
Thank you very much. Why are you discussing what has been changed already? Eh? Why are we discussing what they have already
It is
changed?
still Tuesday before it
Who
happens.
changed it?
Eh?
Who changed it? When was it changed?
Change is what the constitution says. When they are not looking for the people, that they will not checkmate them. Are you getting me now? That is the problem. That is what they are looking for. Instead of them to just drop down all their parties and face what Nigeria needs. They've already destroyed this country. Then they should look for the competent senators among them that can do the right thing for the nation. This is what we are going to do. What are the plans now? Just say hi, me, bam, go, back. Just sign it. That is what they want to be doing again. For 4 years. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
My goodness, we're trying.
That is what they want to do again. Then why are we not wasting our time? Discussing what they've already planned again. Look at the way they run the country for a good 8 years. Not checkmate them. They cannot call anybody, prop everybody. Look at NNPC. Who will arrest them? Who will checkmate them? And they should run the country like that. They will come back again. And they will not use police or force people not to protest. Collecting money. Look at the way they run the country down. They should continue. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Engineer Femi. I appreciate 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine.
Babalola. Fuhad, how are you?
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Okuko from Amuwo.
All right.
Good morning, Dr. Koko.
Thank you very much. Fuhad, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Can you say this is democracy we are practicing? Looking at the scenario completely from A to Z. I mean, it's very obvious we are not practicing democracy in the real sense. And if you copy something you cannot effectively practice, then you are bound to have a problem. That is what is happening at the level of the Senate. But be that as it may, the truth is that at this level, we are practicing democracy to suit ourselves in Nigeria, putting into consideration the kind of people we are. And if that is the case, then what the executive is doing at the level of the National Assembly, I mean, can be said to be normal. If really they want to move this country forward, because at this stage in which we find ourselves now, in this country, everything is at the ground level. The last government set a very bad precedent, a very bad example. And that is what is being practiced in every aspect of this economy and political life. I mean, look at the case in Ondo State. Is it different from what Buhari did during his tenure? No, it's not different. So what are we talking about? At this level now, what I think we really need are men and women that would come out wherever they are to come and move this country forward. And if what the executive is doing at the House is what it will take to move this country forward, I mean, I'm in support.
Right.
For me, thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless. Yeah.
And you too. And thank you very much. Okay. We are still on with the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is John from Zurich.
All right.
Yeah, please, I just want to say Nigerians should. Our CRD is not up to 2 weeks. Not up to 2 weeks yet. The only major problem you might be facing is you don't trust them because you've been disappointed. But with time, I did vote for him. But for God's sake, I believe something good will come out of this. I think it's affecting everybody. You should just be patient and hope for the best. That's what I have to say. It's the truth. It's affecting anybody, but we just have to. This thing must work. You just need to trust it and his cabinet. You should just calm down. This problem has been even before I came to this world, and it will end one day. Thank you. Have a nice day.
And you too. Thank you very much, John from VI. I appreciate. All right. We'll see. Let's take one or two more calls and then wrap things up. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. It's Mainland Focus. Hello. Good morning.
Morning to you, Sandra.
Yes. Good morning.
This is Engineer Nii from Yaba.
All right.
Well, because of the issue of Tinubu meeting with the National Assembly and independency of the National Assembly, it should be held in sacrosanct. No imposition is allowed. When during the contest for the presidency, Tinubu said, "I will fight death." Why doesn't he allow people to contest on the floor of the National Assembly on their own, and they let the champion, the winner emerge, so that we might have a robust 10th assembly without anybody imposing any other person, any person. And is it for the government of the corrupt, for the people by the corrupt we want? When all of them have one place or the other hanging on their neck, and then you say they are the one that you prefer. And I want to try the opposition too. The opposition should wake up. Getting 59 is not an equaling task among them if they should be standing to have to go that way. Then concerning the oil, something that is depleting. Well, the policy of the government dictate that. When you bring in cashless policy that people cannot, they are sacking people. No returns on investment. Where will the GDP come? And who will have the money to buy oil when your policy is not favorable? So the only thing is that if this government will remain after the judgment, they should set up economic gurus. Not only with their own idea, I've done this, I've done that. It doesn't matter. The way they brought in a consultant to advise them on how to win the election, they should bring consultants who give us right directive, right advice to run a good economy for Nigeria, to promote our GDP and give job for our people, and then have a smooth running nation that will stand the storm in the international, in the Committee of Nations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. Let's see if we can squeeze in one more phone call. Okay, well, let's take some messages now. We have quite a lot of them. This is the Mainland 98.3 FM. We have a message on YouTube from Anthony Ajishegiri saying, "Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. My one issue this morning is request for more lights to your face." I didn't see that. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Anthony Ajishegiri. Can't see our face. It's all right. Thank you very much. Let's move on now to Facebook. We have some messages there as well. Ebere Chukwu Theopris saying, "Hi Sandra, on Vibrant National Assembly, I think executives should stop interfering and allow them elect their leadership themselves. On more revenue generation, government should go the way of diversification into mining and tourism." Thank you, Ebere Chukwu Theopris. We also have this is from Jamiu Olamilekon Yusuf saying, "Good morning, House. I'm Jamiu from Lagos. I believe President meeting with G5 for the sake of the two chambers in order to talk with their candidates there to support the preferred candidates. I want the President to make take state of emergency on electricity. Deputy or vice position in the country is just rubber stamp, not only in government, also within all sectors of government. This government needs to look into some misappropriation of funds in all sectors of this country." Thank you very much, Jamiu Olamilekon. I also have here Ajide Wasil. "Anyone expecting this administration to fight corruption is just wasting time." Okay, thank you very much. Those are our comments on Facebook. All right, let's move on now to WhatsApp messages. We have here, "Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. This is Godwin from Ilasa. Fuhad, as much as it is frustrating and tiring listening to the events happening in Nigeria, I want to plead with you to be strong for our sake. Let's not lose hope. Now, for political intrigues going on in the 10th Assembly, my interest is to see a very active and vibrant one. I plead with the oppositions not to cave into the destructive carrot from APC. Sandra, I remember when Boris Johnson went to defend himself in the House of Commons and opposition stood their ground, and at the end it went as it did. Look at Biden and the loan cap in the US. For the beauty of having a vibrant opposition in the
robust conversation.
It was so I was excited, because you were like, oh no, we're not going to have it, and then you were able to understand on both sides why both sides were skeptical.
And the issue of checks and balances at its best. That's what governance is about, and democracy.
For the beauty of having a vibrant opposition in the assembly is that the masses gain and the president and presidency is kept on check. People responsible for their actions and inactions, I laugh. Sandra, when can we have discussion on placing our oil well in Lassa? Just stay tuned. Situation Room, Political Roundtable, and they come up. All right, I also have something special about the leadership of the National Assembly, especially the Senate, is being naive. The Senate President is the number 3 man necessity from the then Vice President Jonathan to be sworn in as President when late President Yar'Adua died, and that averted. The Senate President is not first among equals. He is the chairman of the National Assembly.
And he presides over the Assembly.
Mr. Fuhad. So it is only a president, a dull president, that will eat. Unfortunately, I apologize in advance. We can't take your calls. We can't take a lot of other messages. I still see messages are dropping, even on Facebook anymore. However, today is Friday, so in the Situation Room, it's open mic. So the conversation definitely continues by 4 p.m. with Okweyemi Akinyode, by 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on Mainland 98.